And we have two breaking news stories tonight, starting with an update on a rapper gunned down on a highway 5 years ago. Dallas police now say Yella Beezy hired a hitman to kill his one-time friend turned rival, Mo 3. Cole Sullivan is live at the county jail. These are well-known rappers in the Dallas hip-hop scene.
Chris, Yella Beezy's top single, It Put It On Me, it peaked at 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, he's in the Dallas County Justice Complex behind me on a capital murder charge, accused of hiring a hitman to kill a fellow rapper. This all happened back in 2020, and just before noon on the middle of Interstate 35, just south of the Dallas Zoo, Dallas police arrested a 22-year-old and charged him with murder. Initially, that 22-year-old's in federal prison, convicted of gun charges, but now, 5 years later, they say he was the trigger man. Police say Yella Beezy, whose top song That's On Me, hired that 22-year-old and promised him cash for killing Mo 3. A grand jury handed up an indictment this week and booked Marquise Conway tonight. The killing of Melvin Noble, known as Mo 3, led to an outpouring of grief from his fans. Dozens held a memorial outside Dallas City Hall that week. He once was friends with the man now accused of hiring someone to murder him. The killing has long been suspected to be the result of a rap feud. We reached out to Yella Beezy's legal team tonight and have not heard back. We're waiting to hear back on a bond amount for him as well. We'll bring you updates tomorrow.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Annabelle Sedano. A big announcement from federal authorities today about the Rollin 60s neighborhood Crips gang in South LA. Detectives have arrested multiple people, but they're still looking for others. NBC4's Alex Rosier joins us live from downtown LA with the latest. Alex.
Annabelle, yes, the feds have arrested a number of people, accused Rollin 60s gang members who they say are connected to this crime ring. But today, they talked a whole lot about one man who they say is a longtime leader of the Rollin 60s gang, a man they are still looking for right now, Eugene Henley Jr.
Federal prosecutors say Eugene Henley Jr. is a longtime leader of the Rollin 60s Crips gang. But in recent years, he's worked in entertainment and run a youth charity that the acting U.S. attorney now says was a front for his criminal enterprise.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur, running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Henley Jr. is now a fugitive. The feds say he committed a serious...
The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Henley Jr. is now a fugitive. The feds say he committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of an aspiring rapper.
Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. Signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway.
And investigators say he committed crimes while running his charity Developing Options. The nonprofit, seen here on its website, works with groups like the Crenshaw Rams youth football team and brands itself as a group that gives underprivileged kids options beyond gang violence. And now he's accused of taking money meant for that group.
Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and
the criminal complaint says since about 2015, Developing Options has received millions of dollars from the city of LA's GRID program. From that, the court documents say Henley has drawn hundreds of thousands of dollars for his salary.
That on the one hand, he's, Mr. Charity, and on the other hand, he's engaging in all this criminal conduct.
Today, the FBI also arrested several other accused Rollin 60s gang members they say are tied to this crime ring.
Were being processed at the FBI's LA field office. 19 were in. Learn new details that Henley turned himself in. Earlier, Air 7 was overhead as some of the alleged gang members were being processed at the FBI's LA field office. 19 were indicted. The FBI says Henley headed up the local Crips gang for decades. And investigators say that he painted himself as an entertainment executive who's been giving back to the community with various charities, but they say Henley is a violent criminal. A woman who knew him says that he has had a positive impact on the community.
He was
Shalom to the elect of Yasharala. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh. By Hashem, Yahushai. By Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the legmen feeding the sheep of Yahweh. By Hashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel coming out of our Bible. Coming out of our Bible. And let's kick it off with the Bible. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 8 verse 11. It reads, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the Son of Men is fully set in them to do evil. I'm reading it again. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, right? What's that sentence against evil work? Death. Right? The Lord ain't killing these jakes, right? When they're doing what they're doing. You see these jakes, they killing motherfuckers. Right? They getting people set up. They paying for people to die. Right? They promoting death to our people. They commit adultery, right? They're selling drugs. They're serving Esau Edom. They're into idol worship. They promoting fake gods and all type of madness, right? They're into that dark spirit, right? They're into that dark spirit. But guess what? They're still alive, right? The scripture says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. To do evil. Right? And what's the spirit of our people, man? To do evil. To do evil, right? The only thing outside of the prophets, the only thing our people promote is what? Death. Spirit of death to our people. The women are out of order, the men are out of order. Right? And this media, this television, the radio ain't helping. Right? They done gave you this thing called hip-hop. Right? And through hip-hop, it destroyed what the so-called black community, the Hispanic community, really destroyed a bunch of communities. Right? Because you got that hip-hop spirit, that bullshit, prideful, just talking about bullshit spirit all over the place, right? It says hip-hop sold out black people. And they talk about how they had a meeting where they brought all these dudes in a room for them to what? Change the way they promote, change the music they were doing. Because you've seen how music changed. Right? When you go back to the 80s, right? You had a certain type of hip-hop music. The hip-hop to the hippie to the hip-hop to pity. And out of nowhere, you got the NWA coming in. Right? You got that fucking NWA coming in, the spirit of it's the spirit of death, right?
Brought the age of destruction. Brought the age of NWA brought the age of destruction. Damn. NWA brought the age of destruction to our children and our culture. Wow. Period. Hey, I respect all of them as men, but as the art form, and you the destruction. Damn. NWA brought the age of destruction to our children and our culture. Wow. Period. Hey, I respect all of them as men, but as the art form, and you want me to speak on the art form, I'm gonna tell you what it is. That's where it started. Wow. That's where the agenda started, and that's where the destruction began. Okay, so rap, you will give that to them? NWA ran away with it in such a way where it was like, for real? That's all we gonna do? Yeah. You know, it was genius for them, and they made millions of dollars off of it, but look at what it caused. You feel me? All we gonna do? Yeah. You know, it was where it was like, for real? That's all we gonna
do? Right? And like you said, for real, that's all we gonna do. That's all you Jays gonna do, promote what? Death and destruction to your people. If it ain't about drug dealing, it's about you fucking another man's woman. If it ain't about you fucking another man's woman, it's about you breaking the laws. If it ain't about you breaking the laws, it's about you being in jail. Jake promoting himself being a prisoner in jail. You watching the 90s, right? Out of nowhere, all these niggas, you see these videos with niggas in prison suits. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck want to go to jail? Right? Who the fuck who wanna die, right? Like Biggie, they had the Biggie album, Ready to Die, Life After Death, right? Retarded ass bullshit. It says hip hop sold out black people. Fuck you niggas. That's how we feel about you ninjas who sold out. Fuck you niggas. We don't give a damn about none of you ninjas. We waiting for the Lord to bring that judgment on your asses. More judgment on your asses. You see what the Lord did to NWA, right? You had the what's his name? The Doc, the Diggy Doc, y'all. He got in a motorcycle accident, lost his voice. Eazy-E died. MC Ren disappeared. Right? Ice Cube used to be on some political shit. What happened, man? They gave him that bag. And he sold out. Dr. Dre sold out. Right? One thing we understand is all these ninjas who sold out, their judgment is coming. Like, I'm going to read this verse again. Ecclesiastes 8 verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Right? Dr. Dre and Cube think they escaped. Right? Death Row. Right? What's that other shit? West Side, West Coast. Got all that West Coast Friday, a bunch of Friday movies. Right? A bunch of niggatry and dumb nigga shit to our people, right? 3-on-3 basketball, right? They just want to keep you entertained. You see who they get for the Super Bowl. Your Snoop Dogg's, your Dr. Dre's, right? Your degenerate people of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, because they want you to go off. They want you to stay in that pit. Right? Colossians 3:25, it says, but he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done, and there is no respect of persons. And you seen the Lord judging these rappers, right? These killers, these murderers, right? These drug dealers, these kidnappers, right? That Big U nigga, he brag about kidnapping motherfuckers.
First town that I ever heard created that check-in law. Where did that ever come from?
Paying the tax and the fee, he pretty much came out of his mouth so much to say.
As you know, LA was the first town that I ever heard created that check-in law. Where did that ever come from?
Well, I don't know if it was checking in, because it was more like I don't like to digress, but I'm going to have to digress.
You're just reminiscing a little bit. For cultural purposes.
Right, there you go. It kind of go back to, I had a crew we used to kidnap. That's what we did. You know what I mean? That was how I made a living. You know, I did.
You're just reminiscing a little bit. For cultural purposes.
Right, there you go. It kind of go back to, I had a crew we used to kidnap. That's what we did. You know what I mean? That was how I made a living. You know, I did the little dope thing and traveling around the country. My whole thing was taking it. And we had a crew called the Body Snatchers. You know, we still live to that today, but you know, that was our thing. So if you came to the city, in any city, and you're not moving right, then you need to check in.
Just to go back real quick, I don't want you to digress too much, but when y'all used to snatch a body back in the day, how y'all bring it back?
Moving right, then you need to check in.
Just to go back real quick, I don't want you to digress too much, but when y'all used to snatch a body back in the day, how y'all bring it back?
Bring it back, you know.
Let's go back to Colossians 3:25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done, and there is no respect of persons. There is no respect of persons. Right now, the Lord is visiting you wicked-ass Israelites. You wicked-ass Israelites, man. Because one thing these niggas in this industry, they know about the Hebrew Israelites. They know about us talking about we're the chosen people. They know they're the chosen people. But what, they rather choose to live wickedly. Right? They rather choose death rather than life. So what? Right now the Lord is greeting them with what they chose, right? That death, right? You about to spend life in jail, right? You about to lose everything that you done accumulated, right? And you got the dude I just showed you, his son just went into the NFL, a few years ago, right? And they had a video talking about, man, all he doing is destroying the community. They over there in Crenshaw, it says none of the kids want to join the football team. Nobody want to come to school because of him, right? The Bible also says here in Jeremiah 5:28. Matter of fact, let's go back. What we're going to do right here is go back. Jeremiah 5:26. And it reads, for among my people are found wicked men. Right? You just seen a wicked Jake. And Jake be promote himself like he's a righteous dude. That's what killed me about Cuz.
Gang member focused on bettering the community. But now you got a pretty
Jail dog.
Now the feds claim that
somebody else, he wasn't even the one who was on the table. But he made me
game with Wallow and Gilly. And he spoke about how he handled disputes, fear, and intimidation. Now that's funny because Big U once did an interview on $1 Million Worth of Game with Wallow and Gilly. And he spoke about how he handled disputes or problems within his own camp. Also on this show, or on this episode rather, was Rock 100. Check out about 60 seconds.
But let me tell you, she tell a nigga, I don't even think it was for the rest of the table to hear. But she tell a nigga on some deep shit. She said, yeah, nigga, cause you're getting soft.
What?
And he say, hey,
so let me tell you.
No, hold on.
What?
He said,
hold on.
Wait, hold on. After I tell this story. But, so, me.
It was more to the story.
I'm instigating. Damn. Getting soft. So now it's out there to a whole table. She looked right at me, yeah, Gilly. Nigga getting soft. So now he gotta say, he gotta speak up. No. See, what I tell you about, I ain't getting so. One of my homies was at the house, and he did something she ain't like. She wanted me to break the nigga arm, and I ain't break the nigga. Yeah, she looked at him and said, listen, she looked at him and said, yeah, you should have broken the fucking arm.
I'm gonna give you an analogy. She let me in, I go to sleep. Now catch this analogy. You remember how you called me about Lil Youngster, our little family? We did some fuck shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so you could have cut his head off.
Yeah.
Or cut an ear off.
But we don't.
Stacy was like, you should have cut the nigga ear off. Or you should have did something to him.
Broke like, the nigga arm.
Down. The only difference is
Stacy,
the reason why a woman doesn't rule a nation. Reason why a woman shouldn't rule a nation because she will rule with emotion. And a man won't. Because I understand. Sometimes if I do something, let me explain it to you.
But you acted off emotion.
Because she will rule with emotion.
The nigga arm.
Down. The only difference is
Stacy,
the reason why a woman doesn't rule a nation. Reason why a woman shouldn't rule a nation because she will rule with emotion. And a man won't. Because I understand. Sometimes if I do something, let me explain it to you.
But you acted off emotion.
You telling me
you just beat a whole.
Whoever it was one like our little dude. It didn't warrant me because I could have lost more by being physical with one of the little homies who did something wrong. Or I could have let that go and let everybody else see that I show mercy sometime. And her mind is no, cut his ear off. You should at least cut his ear off. You should have got something. But every time you don't use Bron.
So it's safe to say that it was growth involved.
It was growth. That's she was like, no, you getting soft. She like, you should have. And I'm like, no. But look at where now.
If we don't do it that way,
never had another product since then. Still doing everything.
But hold on, though, bro. If we don't do it that way, and we taking count, then they telling us we should make better decisions.
And we being too mean.
Here's a list of stuff your car insurance company.
Yeah, them Jakes is wicked as hell, man. Them Jakes is wicked as hell, man. They trying to justify wickedness to what having sympathy for actions of wicked men, right? It says you got a Den of Thieves. You got a movie out right now called Den of Thieves Part 2. That was actually a good movie. You brothers should check it out. Right, that's all you got. A den of thieves and killers and murderers amongst our people. Jeremiah 5, verse 26. It says, for among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. Right? As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxen rich. Right? You see Jake Post acting like he's a community leader, a community activist, while he laying motherfuckers down all through the city. He's sending killers out to lay people down all through the city. Right? It says, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Right? He done tricked the government to giving them $550,000 a year. Right? Like he's a community activist, community leader. He done tricked the high school to promote him as a school football coach. Right? It says, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. They are become great and waxen rich. Right? He went from what? Let's see how much money he went from.
I like, but he got like 2-3 federal indictments open.
Yeah, so
every
but you have to understand.
How you be getting that big you from 60s? Don't nobody be trying to holler at you about that?
They
like
pulled
nobody
away
from
from
60s, nobody like hold on, this big you, this the OG, this the homie, this the
hey, Wack, when you met me, I was the team, right?
No, that's a fact.
I'm the team. I'm the one that go get everything.
Once we didn't put the paperwork out,
big uterus is no more.
You getting paid $1.6 million a year. Your job is returning guns, report gang act.
Everything.
Once we didn't put the paperwork out,
big uterus is no more.
You getting paid $1.6 million a year. Your job is returning guns, report gang activity, report gang hotspots, and this is an annual contract that's only renewed based upon performance. And we issued you a BlackBerry to communicate with the 77th Street Crash Division, and it's your name down here. And we looking at all this shit, and it said you went from $550,000. 2 years later, they gave you $440,000 raise and kept going to you over $2 million. Right now, listen, bro, at that point, from $550,000, 2 years later, they gave you $440,000 raise and kept going to you over $2 million. Right now, listen, bro, at that point in time, and we produced that work and sent it to everybody where they looking at it, at that point in time, you're not that no more.
Listen,
Right, see, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to Jeremiah. Let's go back to Jeremiah 25 and 26. It says, "For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait. As he that set the snares, they set a trap. They catch men." Right, my man is a perfect example of that. Working for the city, setting up traps for these jakes, man. He's giving them guns, and he's handing out guns to killers and murderers and gangbangers. And he's writing down the serial numbers of those weapons. Right? They set them up. They gave them $500,000. It went up to $2 million a year annually. Right? And what is he doing? You look at California, homelessness, stores being robbed, people fleeing for their fucking lives. Right? Jeremiah 5 and 26. "For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait. As he that setteth the snares, they set a trap. They catch men. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit." Right? He's tricking these jakes. Right? And now what devil done turn on him? Devil about to lock his ass up. And they said his charges are what? Murder. His charges are what? Man, let's look at what he's looking at.
How they find out? Now they like, oh shit. It take for that. Knowing they seen all the red flags with blue flags. And then this one I don't understand. If the police saying all this shit right here, let me look at the news clip. They saying Big U gonna get charged, or the Rolling 60 Crips gonna get charged with racketeering, extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and bodies, and Big U only facing 20 years? Hold up. Extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and bodies, and Big U only facing 20 years? Hold up. You would get 20 years just off the human trafficking alone.
Right, you gotta ask, man, these dudes is what, agents? Right? Men set up to, and he said he's not a gang member. He said he don't have no tattoos, right? That's the spirit of a motherfucking cop, an agent. Right? He got locked up in early 1990s for robbing a cop for 30 pounds of cocaine or something crazy, right? What we looking at? We looking at wicked men being promoted in this society for a reason, because they want our people to fail. They want our people to fill up the prisons, right? They want our people to be destroyed, right? It says, "As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxen rich," right? Through destroying our people, they are waxen fat. They shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked, right? And our people overpass the deeds of the wicked. That's why the wicked is like, we gotta get rid of some of these ninjas. They're the problem in the community. Esau think he trying to help the community, right? The system he done set up in Jake is destroying it. Really, its spirit's created for vengeance, right? The Bloods, the Crips, the MS-13s, All them gangsters and killers and murderers, all these motherfuckers work for who? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua through the Spirit. Right? The Lord is cleansing the earth. Right? Certain people, they don't belong. Certain people, they need to be judged. They only came back to be judged on this side. Right? It says they are waxing fat, they shine, yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. Right? He don't give a fuck about the fatherless. Right? You seen what he did to the one football player, motherfucker.
Starting with the Las Vegas killer. Fam, meet Rayshawn Williams. He was a wide receiver for Crenshaw High. He lived with Big U because he was the best friend to Big U's son, who now played for the Chargers. 5 days before his demise in January of 2021, Rayshawn Williams recorded a diss song. In his affidavit, the agent said he believed that Williams' diss song was about Big U, whose independent record label, Unique Music, was representing the 21-year-old rapper. Now, it's unclear whether Big U heard diss lyrics prior to the killing, according to the complaint. In the diss song, Williams referred to Big U as the, quote, bro that makes some money, end quote. Now, Williams rapped himself that he might get himself shot in the face for thinking shit funny. He mentioned a .38 revolver with no trace. Now, 5 days later after that diss song, Las Vegas police found Williams' body in a ditch near a landfill on January 25th, 2021. May he rest.
Right, back to Jeremiah 5:28, it says they are waxing fat. They shine, yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy, they do not judge, right? Because he act like this dude was his son. He grew up with his son, right? And this is the kind of, it's the world you living in, man. You can't trust none of these motherfucking people. Right, because these people specialize in sacrifices, especially when you're dealing with entertainers and celebrities. Right, if a motherfucker willing to kill their mothers, their brothers, their sisters, their fathers, what you think they gonna do to you? Right, that's why it says, come out from among them and be ye separate. Right, be ye separate. Amos 9:10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. That's the future of a lot of you punk ass jakes in this society. Wicked ass men who promote death and destruction to our people, who's killing and destroying our people. Right? It says, all the sinners of my people. All you people who ain't following Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And we talking about Israelites, because the laws and statutes was only given to Israel. The other nations they were created to be wicked. Right? This ain't for them. This is for us. All the sinners of my people. That's why it says, my people shall die by the sword, which say that evil shall not overtake nor prevent us, right? They want to continue in their ways. That's why 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Zechariah 13:8, and it shall come to pass that in all the lands of the Lord 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. We're here in America. We got 2/3 of our people who's going to be killed, who's going to be destroyed. They're not going to make it, but the 1/3 is going to make it, right? And what we asking the Lord to do? To preserve us from the days that are coming, because we know the Lord's coming to destroy these people, right? These killers, these murderers, these adulterers, these sinners, right? Leviticus 24:17, it says, and he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. And our people got a lot of blood on their hands, right? Especially when you think about these gangbangers, right? These thugs, these drug dealers, these murderers, right? These groups that have been set up on earth to do nothing but wickedness, right? They were set up for a purpose, and once their purpose is done, they're gonna be taken out the way. Look at what happened in Venezuela, or what's that country, man, where they got all them prisoners just fucking locked up. Any nigga with a tattoo on his face, any nigga with a gang tattoo, your ass is through in those countries. That's coming to America. Trump ain't playing with these type of ninjas. You see what's been going on. There's been a lot of ninjas getting locked up in the past few weeks, in the past months. And that is a beautiful thing. All praises and glory goes to our mighty power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Call all Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And Shalak Rayam to you wicked ass niggas. Right? Revelation 21:8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. That's the future of you wicked ass Israelites. Shalom.